A father celebrated his son's birthday for the first time in 10 years, gifting him a mysterious iron box. When the boy reached inside, his hand was cut by a mechanical wristband, bleeding profusely. The scientist father then told his son that once the wristband was on, it could never be removed, but it would serve a crucial purpose in the future. Before the boy could react, the father hurriedly left and never returned. Years flew by, and by 2067, the boy, now a young man named Jack, faced a world in peril. Humanity was enduring an unprecedented catastrophe. An extreme heatwave had wiped out the oceans and forests. Oxygen levels dropped to less than 5%, killing millions. The few survivors relied on synthetic oxygen, which caused severe respiratory illnesses with prolonged use. Jack's wife had fallen victim to these effects, and he worked tirelessly to afford her treatment. Despite his efforts, his meager salary was far from enough. Just when Jack was at his wit's end, the world's largest synthetic oxygen company contacted him. Accompanied by his best friend, Jack met the company's CEO, who revealed that humanity was on the brink of extinction. She explained that Jack was a key figure capable of changing this grim fate. Confused and overwhelmed, Jack tried to leave, but she stopped him and took him to a secret facility. There, she unveiled a particle-based time machine that could send someone to the future to retrieve critical information. A message from 400 years ahead specifically requested Jack's presence, stating he alone could save humanity. However, the machine only allowed one-way travel, meaning Jack might never return. Initially, Jack refused, but the CEO promised his wife would receive unlimited, high-quality oxygen if he agreed. For his wife's sake, Jack decided to take the risk. The company outfitted him with advanced space gear, including an intelligent assistant capable of navigation, monitoring his vitals, and transmitting data from the future. Donning his suit, Jack entered the time machine and was sent hurtling through a rift to the year 2467. When Jack arrived, the friction from his entry caused his suit to ignite, forcing him to remove it. In the chaos, he lost the oxygen tank he brought, triggering a violent explosion that sent him flying. As the dust settled, Jack found himself in a lush forest, a stark contrast to the desolation he had left behind. Yet, his intelligent assistant detected no signs of life within hundreds of miles. Following its guidance, Jack arrived at an abandoned research facility where he discovered a weathered skeleton. Examining it closely, he noticed a bullet hole in the skull, indicating the person had been shot. To his horror, the name on the deceased's clothing matched his own. Even more chilling, an old intelligent assistant he found nearby bore his name as well. When the boy first arrived on Earth 400 years in the future, he stumbled upon a skeleton lying on the ground. To his shock, the name on the clothing matched his own. Beneath the skeleton, he found an intelligent assistant, and on its casing was also his name. It became clear the skeleton was his future self. To uncover how he died, Jack played the last recording on the assistant, only to learn he had been killed by someone. Before he could process this, the assistant ran out of power and shut down. Left to focus on survival, Jack scavenged materials from his landing site and tried to start a fire using primitive methods. After much effort, he succeeded. As night fell and hunger set in, Jack foraged for wild fruits. However, the fruit turned out to be poisonous, leaving him writhing in pain and losing consciousness. Moments later, a beam of light appeared in the sky, and a figure rushed toward him, injecting him with an antidote. When Jack woke up, he realized it was his friend Nick, who had come to save him after the assistant sent a distress signal to the past. Following the assistant's guidance, they found the entrance to a secret base. As Jack approached, a laser scanned his eyes, unlocking the doors. Inside, they discovered a computer screen displaying a welcome message for Jack. When he pressed a key, his mechanical wristband tightened, drawing blood. Suddenly, the base's power was restored. Through holographic visuals, Jack learned the base was a 400-year-old lab created by his scientist father. The time machine within was designed to help humanity escape the oxygen crisis. Before his father's message finished, the lab's main power failed, but the time machine activated a 4-hour countdown to reopen the portal. Jack and Nick needed to fix the power within that time. Venturing outside for a solution, they were devastated to see the world reduced to ruins, proof that humanity couldn't escape the oxygen crisis. Jack returned to his old home, where he found another skeleton clutching an iron flower he had once given his wife. Realizing it was her, Jack broke down completely, understanding that no matter what he did, humanity's extinction was inevitable. Desperate for answers, Jack confronted Nick, asking why he had killed him in the future. Nick was stunned, insisting he wasn't capable of murder. To prove his innocence, they returned to the lab and worked tirelessly to restore its core power, finally succeeding. Just as Jack repaired the time machine's core power, he uncovered a shocking secret. His father had designed the machine to only respond to Jack, intending for him to preserve human civilization. After inventing the time machine, Jack's father had clashed with the oxygen company's CEO, who planned to destroy Earth, take a select group of humans, and rebuild civilization in the future. When Jack's father refused to cooperate, she shot and killed him. To make matters worse, Nick, Jack's companion, was revealed to be a spy sent by the CEO. Confronted by Jack, Nick was overcome with guilt. As tensions flared, Nick raised his gun to shoot Jack but hesitated, knowing Jack was humanity's only hope. In a sudden act of redemption, Nick turned the gun on himself, sacrificing his life to change the course of history. With Nick gone, Jack approached the time machine and shared vital information with his father through the system. Meanwhile, the CEO, accompanied by influential elites, prepared to use the time machine to escape to the future. But as they activated it, a brilliant white light flashed, revealing distinct plans and evidence of her murder of Jack's father. It turned out this was Jack's plan all along. In the end, the CEO was arrested for her crimes, and Jack's wife received a painting sent from the future. Jack, returning to the edge of the ruined Earth, was stunned to find the desolate planet had transformed into a lush, thriving world. Through courage and ingenuity, Jack rewrote humanity's fate, giving Earth and its people a second chance.